And just like that, the 15-minute mark has passed, and we are on the second episode of the recording session. Welcome back to Past Hope Survival, everybody. I am your host, MegaShadowFist, and I'm building stuff. Oh, not all of this is the same wood. Damn. Man. I mean, I'll just use that wood for other stuff, I guess. Oops. Hey, come on. Because I want this to be mostly made out of jungle wood because I'm next to a jungle anyway. So it would make the most sense. Alright, so it would make the most sense to, you know, have it set up like a jungle. I made it out of jungle wood because, you know, it's the easiest renewable resource I can get. Alright, so I'm looking at the picture right now. So I'm going to have it start out right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 block gaps. All right, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that looks like, I'm thinking that's an 8 block gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 9, like my lucky number. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I got thrown off by such simple for math. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. We got the basic outline there. And now we're going to go ahead and fill it in. So let me look at the picture. Alright, so that looks like 2 blocks high of wood on either side to fill it in. Okay, so we got this. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, I mentioned this like last episode. I sort of just vaguely talked on it, and that's the topic of anime. Like, what is anime? Like, some people think that, you know, anime can only come from Japan. I don't necessarily agree with that. You know, because, like, one of my favorite, you know, shows... I'm about to do my desk. Yay! One of my favorite shows... I do that a lot. Someone pointed that in a comment section, like, a long time ago, but I really do bump into my desk a lot. One of the episodes of, This isn't the right wood, is it? Hold on. Jungle wood. I don't know why that looks so weird. Anyway, but I don't agree. I believe that anime is more of an art style than an actual thing, because I believe that there can be Korean anime. I don't think it just has to come from Japan. And like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra are some of my favorite shows. But a lot of people complain. The chief complaint I hear from, like, you know, those otaku, not otakus, weeaboos. There's a difference. They're like, oh my god, Avatar tries too hard to be an anime. And it should really stop trying to be so hard. Like, it shouldn't try to be an anime so hard. And I'm like, no, I believe that anyone can make an anime. First of all, in Japan, any cartoon is an anime. Like, SpongeBob would be called an anime, or I guess anime in Japan. Whereas here in the United States, we sort of associate mostly only with Japan. But I believe that it's more of an art style. I believe that... And not every cartoon that comes from Japan I would consider an anime. Because of, No, that works. No, it needs to be 2 blocks. Okay, there we go. Not every anime has to be... Not everything that comes from Japan I would consider an anime. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. With that being said, though, more often than not, most things that come from Japan would be considered anime, so... You know, makes sense. Alright, so that's 1... It's gotta be 4 blocks, so it's gotta be just as tall. Yeah, there we go. Is it almost nighttime? No. I don't know why, but this game really messes me up. I don't know if it's just my screen, but, like, it looks really dark right now. I'm looking over at the recording. It's not as dark. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but, regardless. Yeah, I believe that it's more of an art style than anything. Now, are those glass blocks or glass panes? Those look like glass blocks, but I'm going to replace them with panes. Alright, so now it's time to go get some glass panes. Ooh, I'm also going to need to make a lot of stairs. Just because. But anyway. But yeah, I believe that anime can come from any part of the, any part of the world, so long as it fits the story. Like, to me, an anime is something that has, it's more of an art style than, you know, just being from Japan. I know that some people disagree with that, but, you know, to each their own. But yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about, like, I mentioned, like, there's a difference between a weeaboo and an otaku. And I would say, like, a perfect example of what a weeaboo would be like me during middle school. It's like someone who, it's like, it's, if you like anime, if you even prefer anime over, you know, other types of entertainment, that's fine. But so long as you respect your own culture and, so long as you respect your own culture and respect Japanese culture, that's fine. But, like, a lot, like, a weeaboo would be someone who, like, completely renounces their own culture. And, you know, like, they pretend that they know Japanese because, like, they say, like, the 2 words that they understand from anime. Like, instead of just, like, saying, like, damn, they'll just be like, shikasu, and stuff like that. You know, sort of just like, you know, like, they pretend that they're actually Japanese. Even though, like, they only know, like, 3 words in Japanese, and they're just, like, they're just curse words that they heard in anime. Or, you know, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but there's a difference. There is a difference. Ah, frick, oh, I still have another one. Frick. Alright, let's see. Let's finish this up. It's kind of hard to build at this angle, I must admit, but anyway, who cares? So what? Who cares? Da 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 da. It's been a while since I sang that song on Past Hope Survival. Oh, damn it. Past Hope Survival. Fuck! Okay. I got you. I'm going to complete you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got that, asshole? Yeah, I think I have plenty of panes. I should have more than enough to fill this up. Okay. Fuck, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Anyway. I remember when that song was, like, super freaking popular. Way back in the day. Way back in it's one of those songs that everyone knows, even if they weren't, like, at least I'm pretty sure that everyone knows, even if they weren't even alive when it came out. Which I was, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'd have to be, right? Because, like, when did Britney Spears, like, start making, like, music, like, during, like, I don't know, like, the mid to late 90s, so I was alive. But who cares? How's it going, Noish? If I had a name tag, I would give him a name tag. But, unfortunately, I do not have such thingies. So next on the list is to make the second level. So I'm going to need to make stairs, and lots of them. Alright, that's definitely not going to be enough, so I'm going to need to go out and chop down some more wood. Yay! Down, 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 down. You can go with this, or you can go with that. How's it going, sheep? Wheat! It's completely regrown. Anyway. I think I pretty much exhausted all that I really... Like, I plan on, like, talking about Joshiraku and, like, the difference between a weeaboo and an otaku for, like, pretty much the entire thingy, but I'm not even halfway finished with the recording session yet, so that should be interesting. Yeah, so. That's awkward. Let's see, what to talk about. Oh, so, actually, on Sunday, I learned that in the year of 2014, which is, you know, the year that I'm recording this, apparently you can use credit cards, or debit cards, I should say, to pay taxi cabs. I didn't know that. I always thought that, like, you had to, like, use money to pay cabs. But, I mean, not... You always, of course you have to use money. Duh. I always thought that you had to use, Am I getting Junglewood or Oak? Let me put Junglewood right here. Is that Junglewood or is that... Yeah, it's more Junglewood. But, like, you know, like, I always thought that you had to use cash, but you didn't. But, so, I should explain my story and how I flew from home back to college. It was, interessante. Like, okay, so first of all, you know, the airport that's near my college is actually very, very small. Like, so, unfortunately, well, I come from, like, like, close to DC, so, all the airports that are near are, like, they're generally too big to go to the airport that's near my college. But I was lucky enough to get an express flight that flew straight from Washington Reagan International to the airport that's near my college, and but like it took a while. But because it was such a smaller such a smaller airplane, I had to go to like a lower level. And when you go to the lower level, you have to get like you don't just go on like a, you know, just like a little like tunnel thing that you usually do to go on an airplane. You have to go on a bus that takes you to like a smaller airplane, which you just get on by, you know, stairs. And so we waited in the bus for like 30 minutes. We didn't actually enter into the what do you call it? We didn't actually enter the plane until the time that we were supposed to leave, because we were supposed to leave at 1:55 p.m. And for those of you who have never ridden an airplane, generally you board an airplane 30 minutes before it's actually supposed to take off. So which means that we were supposed to board at 1:25, but no, we got in the bus at 1:25, and we didn't even enter the plane until 1:55, which kind of sucked. And then we didn't leave until like 2:15 or something. And then, because they had to like fuel up or something like that. And then I got back to the airport near my college. And we weren't able to immediately go to, like, a gate, because it was there was a lightning storm, so we had to wait. After we landed, we had to wait in the airplane. Autosaving in 1! Autosave! We had to wait, like, 30 minutes in the airplane before we could get to a gate, because they're not allowed to put crew on the ground when there's lightning. And then I got to the, airport, and I realized that I was low on cash. I only had $5 of cash, and I was like, oh no, I need to take a cab so I can get back to my college. So, you know, I tried using the ATM, and there's only a $2.50, and they have a $2.50 charge for, you know, just for services, and you're only allowed to withdraw money in multiples of 20. So that I have 2 debit cards. Unfortunately, only one works with an ATM, and the one that worked with an ATM, did not have enough funds. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just buy, like, a quick snack at the thingy and get some cash back with my other card. But no, they don't give you cash back at airports. So I was like, ah. So then I tried linking my checking account with, my other account, and, and tried to send over money that way, but I couldn't for whatever reason. So after an hour, I was just like, you know what? It's the 21st century. I'm assuming they're going to use debit cards. And so then I went to the cab, and it turns out that you can use debit cards. So I pretty much wasted, you know, an hour's worth of time doing something that was completely and utterly unnecessary. So that's the moral of the story. Always check to see if the cab accepts debit cards instead of just assuming right off the bat that they only accept cash. But yeah, it is almost the end of the episode. I think that should be enough. It's almost the end of the episode. So, I'm going to end this with, yeah, you guessed it, an awkward moves. That doesn't make any sense. Awkward pause. Ugh.